Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Madam Chair. Thank you. And I want to thank the witnesses as well. Our constituents are facing a serious problem with inflation. And as we have seen in recent mishaps by the Biden administration, we need to be smarter, folks, about our policy choices so the situation does not worsen. One of the contributing factors to higher prices and fewer goods is the bottleneck at our ports and distribution centers that are causing a delay in goods from reaching our constituents. That's why I was very glad to see our Governor DeSantis, offer up the ports of Florida to alleviate the bottlenecking in California, where cargo ships wade in the water. They're waiting to unload their cargo. I just want to reiterate his words and say Florida is here to help. So I want everyone to know Florida is here to help with this issue. Sadly, it appears that President Biden is no closer to solving this problem. The Transportation Intermediaries Association recently quoted to Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas regarding their dire concern about the vaccine mandates, which recently were ruled, as you know, unconstitutional. But they will still take their toll since DHS is applying the mandate to international truckers, hopefully not for long, even after U.S. truckers were deemed exempt because of the nature of their work. So my question is to Dr. Ritchie. Dr. Ritchie, if the administration is going to limit the truck drivers available for transport, and we already have a truck driver shortage here in the United States, shouldn't the White House set up some sort of framework, such as autonomous systems that I understand are available, that will keep these products moving? In addition to the effect on consumers, this could also greatly impact suppliers and cause them to go bankrupt. Can you explain how new technologies on the market may help alleviate these issues? Again, the question is for Dr. Ritchie. I'm not sure if he's able to communicate with us, Madam Chair. Dr. Ritchie, please.
I'm here. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, there he is. Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very interesting question. We have the RFID lab here at Auburn University that does a number of different research activities around high-level technologies in the supply chain and business overall. Certainly, we have some advancements that we're working on in over-the-road trucking. There's still work to do in that arena to get those vehicles to where they can do what we want them to do. As you know, every intersection in this country is different, and so the vehicles have to be able to handle those contingencies and differences. There are also other things that we could potentially do. Automated material handling equipment is heavily used in international ports throughout Europe, and it's not used to the same degree in the United States. That would certainly be something that we could work for and get into place in the ports of Los Angeles and LA. They currently are bringing in about 40% of all the international inventory and supplies that we see, and are potentially impacting every citizen in the United States. Outside of that, there are things that we can do with drones related to nearby delivery, but currently those situations are restricted by both state and federal law. So freeing up some of the legislation that's made it difficult to implement these things would help. And then we can also think about information technology. We've been doing tests with RFID to track products. We've been doing tests with blockchain technology that allows us to track transactions, cost of transactions, and contracts. Motivating those things to move forward may help some with the crisis, but certainly for us, the labor crisis is still an issue. We need people to go back to work.
Thank you, Doctor. Now I'd like to read a quote from Jason Furman, and then the former chair of the Council of Economic Advisors under President Obama. He states, and I quote, "The current inflation has many causes, including a post-pandemic reallocation of labor, a spending shift from services to goods, lingering supply chain disruptions, and rising global oil and gas prices," unquote. Dr. Ritchie, according to Furman, there are many factors to the increased costs consumers are currently facing. But one reason he doesn't include in this particular case is price gouging. So can you elaborate on what's really going on here? How do we fix the problem? And I appreciate your testimony today and
Well,
answering
thank
the
you.
first question. Thank you.
Yeah, there are a number of issues that all contribute to the increase in prices in this country, and they have a lot to do with what we call transaction cost, which is economic policy or understanding and theory that was developed by Oliver Williamson.
You're way over.
Oh, I'm over.
Sorry. So,
Yeah.
so there are a number of different inputs, right, that have to come into the process that drive up cost. So when we see scarcity in the supply chain, organizations obviously increase costs to cover fixed costs to make sure they can stay viable in the market. So that's why I earlier recommended that we take a look specifically at contribution margin and what the profit is per individual item, because it's very difficult to look at.
Dr. Ritchie, I apologize.
Oh, yes.
I'm way over my 5 minutes,
Yes.
and I must yield back, but I appreciate it very much.
Fantastic. No worries.
Yeah.